I want you to feel good all the time, and I want you to be able to rely on yourself, and I don't want you to be in a position where a man can take away his validation from you and you be left feeling devastated. I want you to feel like you can be yourself around anyone and everyone. If you're reducing yourself down to your appearance, focusing massively on how you look when you're in a social interaction, then that will inevitably mean that your personality is pushed aside a bit, because posing to look good means focusing on what's going on out here and not expressing what's going on in here. You're here because you want to stop obsessing over men fancying you, stop obsessing with male validation. You want to take a step back from adjusting yourself to look beautiful all the time. I want to help you identify why you're so special, and I want you to lean on yourself to make yourself feel good, not on men looking at you to make you feel good. I've covered this topic 2 other times. I've got 2 other videos on how to stop obsessing over male validation, so definitely go and watch them. Obviously, a lot of us women want help with this and want to chat to other women about it, and I get it, because it really helps me talking to you about it as well, because it's something I've struggled with. I've been obsessed with my looks and wanting people, men particularly, to fancy me. I'm in a really good space now where I'm very reliant upon just who I am and on being the best version of myself, and that's what makes me feel good. My friends make me feel good, and the last resort that I go to is looking attractive for men. I only really crave that validation when I'm not feeling good about myself and when I'm in my most insecure mindset. So yeah, I'd say I'm in a good place now with that. Obviously, we live in a patriarchal world that likes to put women in a box, so every now and then I get myself back into that box, or rather I'm pushed back into that box when I'm scrolling through social media and I'm like, oh my gosh, us women are just meant to look perfect. It's very easy to start thinking that when you've been online for too long. Stopping seeking validation from guys is a lot easier when you acknowledge that you're actually doing that in the first place. So to start this video off on a positive note, I want to make you feel good. I want you to tap yourself on the back. You're here, well done. You're already acknowledging that you're doing this, that you're relying on male validation to feel good about yourself, and that self-awareness will help you so much in kind of growing away from this. Relying on male validation, it doesn't feel good and it doesn't benefit you in the long run. It gives you those like short-term bursts of adrenaline when a guy finds you attractive, but then you're like, well, am I just meant to stand here and pose and keep my mouth shut then? Doesn't feel good, does it? And I love that you're aware of that. It's what I love about this YouTube space, actually. All the people who I interact with off the back of these videos are so self-aware, and I just think it's so cool, because I don't know, I trust you watching this video, because I know that you're the kind of person that's just so game to grow and change, and I feel like we'd be friends if I met you in person. So yeah, that's our first little step. You have to acknowledge it in order to kind of get over it. You need to acknowledge that it's a problem in the first place. I think it's really important that you identify what triggers you to start seeking male validation. It can be a group of people, a group of friends, it can be a certain guy, it can be a certain environment. For me, it's definitely going clubbing. That always makes me feel like I need to look a certain way, and particularly when I'm getting ready with my friends before. Not that I've done that in ages. I remember only like a year ago or something, getting ready with my friends to go clubbing, and we were all putting on outfits, and I was kind of wearing, you know, baggy trousers, and everyone else was getting into like dresses. I remember changing my outfit and it didn't feel very me, and I didn't feel confident. That just felt really rubbish. And I think that's the thing with trying to appeal to just the general male lens, the male gaze. It means appealing to this very strict list of rules that doesn't really allow space for you to be you, your authentic self. There's a lot of pain involved in suppressing who you actually are, and you kind of have to do that when you minimize yourself down to your looks and you adjust yourself to look beautiful in a very stereotypical way. So I now like to avoid those kind of poppy club destinations. If I go out, I like to go to like a pub and then maybe like a cool 80s night. Another kind of situation that used to really trigger me was hanging out with my old friendship group. I was friends with a load of guys, and the thing that I kind of brought to the table, I brought to the friendship group, was just how I looked. They would kind of just bounce around comments about my appearance and my body, and that was what I added to the table. I literally just basically kept quiet, because if I did speak, a lot of the time they would just laugh off what I said. So I was literally there to look a certain way, and yeah, so that would trigger me into kind of making sure that I looked good when I went to see them. I've really found my voice, actually mainly off the back of starting this YouTube channel. And I didn't have this YouTube channel when I was friends with all these guys, because my God, was I such a small version of myself. I really minimized all my opinions, and I don't think I really allowed myself to have opinions to express in the first place. All my energy was being channeled into looking a certain way, and that was perpetuated by how the guys in the group wanted me to be and the comments they'd make. It felt really rubbish when I had stuff going on. I couldn't go to them to talk about it because they didn't care about me as a person and what was going on inside. So when I struggled alone. Obviously things have changed now. I've got a group of friends that aren't keeping me around because I look a certain way. You are, to an extent, the people you surround yourself with. Obviously, we grow up around our families, and I wouldn't say that, you know, we're carbon cutouts of our parents or our siblings. You have the potential to have different opinions to the people you're brought up with. So you aren't 100% the people you surround yourself with, but they certainly have a big impact on who you are and how you view yourself. So I would just say be aware of people you're with. Maybe it's something that you need to start really reflecting on. So yeah, if you're around a certain group of people or a certain person and you feel the need to obsess over how you look, and you feel the need to maybe add extra makeup on when you're around them and you don't really feel like you can fully be yourself and let loose, then maybe that's a sign that you're being kind of put into a box again. I want you to start consuming books and media that is going to help you shift your mindset, that's going to help you stop thinking women are here to look a certain way, I'm here to look a certain way, and rather make you think I'm here to be myself and to express my opinions and to be independent if that's what I want. I'm not here to follow the format of what a woman should be. The best way to shift your mindset is by listening to other people who have shifted their mindset, and I did that. I've done that, for the last God knows how many years now, like 5-6 years, by reading books and articles that question society and that talk about patriarchy. And I think it's really important to get involved in all that stuff and to be really educated on it, because it helps you to reevaluate your position as a woman in this world. And if you can be critical of the world that we're in, you can also be critical of the thoughts that might crop up as a consequence of being around in this world and around in this culture. And then you can be like, well, actually, I'm thinking I need to look beautiful, because all those TV shows objectify women, and the guys are only going for these women because they look a certain way, not because they actually connect with them on a deep level. So that's why I'm thinking I need to look beautiful. I don't want a man or a partner that's just gonna like me because I look a certain way. I want to laugh with my partner, and I want to open up to my partner and cry and trust my partner. If you're enjoying this video so far, please subscribe. I want you to read books written by women, or just feminist books, or books that are going to broaden your horizons. I want you to read books that are going to strengthen your sense of self. But if you're not a big reader, you can also just be very mindful with what you watch. I would strongly recommend watching Hitomi. I know a lot of you watching these videos like Hitomi. I mentioned her and lots of people in the comments were like, I love her. I love her too. She's a great person to watch. I'll link her YouTube channel in the description. I want you to be really patient with yourself, because things will change because you're aware and you're consuming media like this, like you're watching videos like mine to help you like realize a few things and be kinder to yourself and love yourself in a deeper way. So I know things are going to change for you. It's just going to take time. Just be patient and gentle with yourself. Just keep doing what you're doing and you're going to get there. I really do think you are. I just think if you've clicked on this video, you are engaging in content that's going to challenge you and challenge those opinions that are limiting you. Proud of you. We want men to fancy us because we treasure men's opinions, because men are uplifted in this world and women are disempowered. So we value men's opinions way more than women's opinions. If a man fancies us, it means that we're good because their opinion is gold. So basically, we just want men to make us feel good about ourselves. So what I want you to do is I want you to reward yourself when you stop yourself in your tracks, when you're about to please the male gaze and try and get male validation. If you go, actually no, I'm not gonna go and put more lipstick on when I don't really want to because this guy's coming over. I'm just gonna, you know, be myself, and I'm gonna actually talk about an opinion I have, and if it makes him uncomfortable, it makes him uncomfortable, but I'm going to be myself. If you do that, I would like you to reward yourself. Maybe take yourself out to your favourite restaurant, or, you know, go and buy your favourite cookie from your local coffee shop, or go to the cinema. Rewarding yourself will make you have this positive association with standing up for yourself and being yourself. We want male validation because we want to feel good about ourselves, but we can feel good about ourselves if we do something that we enjoy. So we can replace that kind of, oh, he fancies me high with, I'm taking myself out on a date and I'm going to have this really yummy coffee that I'm obsessed with. And I'd much rather have that than the short-term high of a man fancying me. Just a little suggestion. Anyway, I just want to quickly end this video and just be like, you are not at all in the wrong for wanting to look good, and I want you to, you know, enjoy fashion, and I want you to put makeup on when you want to put makeup on. I'm not at all shaming you for that, not in the slightest. The only reason why I'm encouraging women to lean less on male validation and lean more on, you know, self-validation is because I want you to feel good all the time, and I want you to be able to rely on yourself, and I don't want you to be in a position where a man can take away his validation from you and you be left feeling devastated. I want you to feel like you can be yourself around anyone and everyone. If you're reducing yourself down to your appearance, focusing massively on how you look when you're in a social interaction, then that will inevitably mean that your personality is pushed aside a bit, because posing to look good means focusing on what's going on out here and not expressing what's going on in here. I really wanted to make it clear that I'm not shaming you as the woman in any way, shape or form. Completely get where you're at and why you're at this place. I've been there too, I still am sometimes. Yeah, let's just, you know, comfort each other. Please like, share, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Alessia Sothebyberry. Bye. So much love. Thank you so much for joining me and keeping me company, and all your wonderful comments. Please, like, keep chatting to me. Please subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Alessia Sothebyberry, and I hope you really feel something positive off the back of watching this video. Yeah, so much love.